everybody, hope you're doing good today. We're in my closet like always. And well, first of all, I want to say that I am so happy. I mean, I can't believe it. I opened this channel 7 months ago, and we're right now at 905 subscribers by the time I am recording this video. And soon we're gonna get to 1000, and I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. So soon I will be doing a celebration video, but if you can take just a little bit of your time and see my latest post, and I have a poll there, and then you can choose what kind of video do you want me to do for the celebration video. Okay, now for today I thought to myself, why don't I review 3 beautiful Middle Eastern perfumes? Because who doesn't like a beautiful, affordable fragrance? I know I do. Anyways, we're going to talk about these 3 Middle Eastern fragrances. Let's go. Okay, I mean, are you looking at this bottle? Are you looking? This is called Eclat de Lune. It's got a little diamond here, and it's like a half moon. It's a beautiful Tiffany blue color, because sometimes the camera picks up another tone. It looks more blue on the screen right now, but it's more aqua. This is the example of like buying a perfume just because of the bottle. I was looking on Amazon to see what perfumes to review next, and I fell in love with this one. It's so beautiful. It's so different. I don't know. So this is Eclat de Lune by Maison Alhambra. So let me start first with the notes. This perfume, on the top it has orange blossom, black currant and bergamot. On the middle it has tuberose, jasmine and marigold. And on the base it has musk, patchouli, vanilla, praline and cedarwood. Let me see. Let me spray a little bit. I already know how they smell like, but I like to refresh myself. So this one I sprayed earlier here. So the sprayer, this is, I mean, can you see the amount of use? This is a strong sprayer. I mean, yeah, it's a really powerful and strong sprayer. Okay, so first of all, the first thing I have to say is this smells very different on paper than on skin. So if you ever try this on paper, don't just go ahead and judge it. You need to try it on your skin. To me, it's way better on the skin. This is white florals. This is mostly, to my nose, is mostly tuberose and orange blossom. Now, it has jasmine. I don't really smell the jasmine very much. It does have a clean quality to it. So I think that's the jasmine doing this. I was a little worried about the marigold because I think that's a yellow floral, and I don't really like yellow florals too much, but I don't really detect yellow floral or anything like that. This starts very fresh, so I really love that because you can really sense the bergamot. You sense the bergamot and the black currant. Then the tuberose and the orange blossom are, to me, are the star of the show. So if I have to define this perfume just by the notes, I wouldn't complicate myself with all the notes, because to me this smells like orange blossom and tuberose with a beginning of bergamot on top of it. And in the dry down you can still smell the tuberose and the orange blossom, but you can start to smell a little bit of the praline. Now this has patchouli. I can detect it, but it's very faint in the bottom, so it doesn't really bother me because I don't like patchouli. It starts fresh, but the dry down is quite creamy. It's very elegant and feminine. It smells sophisticated to me. It smells perfumey. Now you have to like tuberose because it is strong on the tuberose, but it's not a cloying tuberose. I would define this as a fresh tuberose with the orange blossom. The orange blossom is important because I was smelling this perfume and I kept thinking, what is this reminding me of? I couldn't put my finger on it. And it's hard because sometimes perfumes can remind you completely of another one, but other times it's just like a hint of it. You know, like maybe it's just certain notes that remind you of it. And I think it reminds me of Good Girl. It doesn't smell like Good Girl by itself. It's not a clone, it's not a dupe, okay? But it's the orange blossom, it's prominent, just like in Good Girl. But it's not just orange blossom, it has a lot of tuberose. But the tuberose here, like I said, is not cloying. Sometimes, to my nose, tuberose can smell a little outdated and a little mature. Not in this case. This is a strong perfume. Like, I think 2 sprays is enough. It's long lasting. To me, I have been testing this for the last week, and it has lasted on me 7 hours, 6-7 hours. It's sophisticated. I can see it better for the summer and the spring, but I can see this working also in the winter, in the cooler months, because, you know, it has that praline in the bottom. But by the way, it's not a gourmand, okay? It's not a gourmand perfume, but it has a sweetness that is very intriguing to me, and that's the praline. Because it doesn't smell like a fruity sweetness. It doesn't. It's beautiful. Now, I cannot detect the vanilla per se, but I feel like the vanilla and the praline, they sort of are doing the work together, if that makes sense. This is woody, and it's also musky. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I feel like the color, it's a good color because it's sort of fresh. It does have that freshness to it. It starts fresh, and that's why I loved it. You know, I'm a fresh, fruity, floral kind of girl. And I don't really like gourmands or very heavy orientals or heavy perfumes. And this started very fresh. But then, you know, that tuberose, it starts to get creamy with the vanilla and the praline in the dry down. But the tuberose and the orange blossom are always there. This is a beautiful perfume. I recommend it, especially because this was $19. $19. I got it on Amazon. I have not seen any reviews about this. I have not seen anybody talk about this. I just purchased this, I'm honest, because I saw the bottle and I fell in love with it. And it's even more pretty in person. Now, this is heavy. It's a heavy glass bottle, but this, it's, you know, it's cheap plastic, sadly. But I mean, it's $19. It's beautiful. Smells much more expensive than what it is. Much more expensive. I feel like this is a wonderful perfume. I have a feeling that people are going to start to talk about it soon. I love it. I love it. Will I wear it? Will I want to have it in my collection? I don't know, because I love very fresh perfumes and feminine, and this is very feminine. And the white florals are there, but I still have mixed feeling regarding tuberose. I do love the orange blossom. And the blackcurrant here doesn't have that weird scent that sometimes blackcurrant can have. And I love it, but just because of the tuberose, I don't know if I see myself wearing it, but I love how it smells. I mean, I would stop somebody and say, wow, what are you wearing? It smells so nice. I wouldn't wear it myself because I don't identify myself with this sort of scent profile, but it's gorgeous. I recommend this. So this is Eclat de Lune by Maison Alhambra, a cheapie and a goodie. So this perfume, this is by Alsafaran. It's called Dirham Wardi. It's a beautiful color. It's sort of like a lilac sort of color. I also purchased this in Amazon. I thought it was pretty, so I said, okay, let me see what it smells like, and let me tell my girlies what I think about this. Now, let me tell you the notes. This perfume on the top, it's got rose, orange blossom, pear, and blackcurrant. On the middle, it has iris, praline, and jasmine. And on the base, it has patchouli, vanilla, and tonka bean. So this is mostly a sweet, fruity, woody rose perfume, okay? Now, when this got here, I think I've had this perfume for 3 weeks or so. Whenever I buy a perfume to review, I always let it sit like 2 hours before opening it, because I live in Florida and the box feels so warm. So I just let it sit a little bit. I usually open it. I'm so excited. You know, I usually spray it on paper and I smell it. And then a little later I spray it on my skin and I start to judge it. Now this one, when I opened this and I sprayed on the paper, it was so disgusting to me. It smelled like an ashtray. It's so smoky. It was so smoky that it smelled like, seriously, like an ashtray. I wasn't going to spray this on my skin. No way. So I just closed the cap, put it in the box, and put it in my drawer. I let it sit like for a week. The next week I sprayed it. It was so much better. It has gotten much, much better. It still has that smokiness underneath, and I don't think that it's going to go away. I have a feeling, but it's still there. So you have to like smoky, sort of smoky perfumes. Let me spray it. This one I had sprayed here on my left arm. The sprayer is okay. It's not as wonderful as Eclat, but it's okay. Judging by the notes, I was expecting something different. Even the accords said this is sweet, this is fruity, this is rose, this is woody. And to be honest, I don't get much of that. I don't. When I smell this, the most I smell, like what it comes to my mind, is baby powder. It smells like talc. It's very, very powdery. And I think that might be the iris doing its thing. I believe the purple florals tend to give powdery textures to perfumes. It does have a little freshness, and I think that might be coming from the pear, but I don't really smell the pear per se. But at the beginning, when you first spray, it fools you because it starts and you think, oh, this is sort of freshy, you know? But right then, like in seconds, you can start to smell that powdery, that smells just like talc. This has patchouli, but I smell it mostly in the dry down, so it's not like very prominent. So if you don't like patchouli, then that's a good thing. I don't know. This has rose, but to me, it smells like an older rose, like the rose I don't like. It's not a modern rose like you can find in the Lune and many of the perfumes nowadays. It's just a rose I don't enjoy. And like I said, it smells mature, and it made me cough a couple of times. I'm sure you're sensing that, like, I don't like it. Now, I always try to be objective. You know, even though perfumes are very subjective, I try to be objective in the sense that not just because I don't like a perfume for me, I'm going to say it's bad. So I had perfumes before where I smelled them like cough medicine, for example, that I cannot recommend because to me it doesn't smell good at all. Now, this is not the case. It's not a perfume that smells bad. It's just a scent profile that I don't like at all. In the sense that I wouldn't even say, oh, you smell so nice with that perfume. I don't like it on me and I don't like it on others. But that doesn't mean that many people can enjoy this. I feel like people that like the old-fashioned rose and people that love very baby powdery and talc perfumes might like this. So I can't say, you know, this is awful. I just can't, because I always think that out there must be people that love things that I don't love. So I have to try to be objective, if that makes sense. To dry down, but I'm talking like an hour or two after. It gets so much more pleasant to me. It gets less powdery, and it starts to smell a little bit like soap, like Dove soap. But I don't know, I don't feel like this is groundbreaking, or this is not the type of scent that everybody loves. That's how I see it. Again, this is how my nose perceives this. So I purchased this in Amazon because I thought the bottle was pretty and I had no clue what it smelled like. None of these three perfumes. I usually don't go and see other reviews because I don't like getting influenced. And this is just my personal opinion. So this doesn't last too long. I think this lasted maybe on me like 4 hours, and it's not linear. It does change on you, and at first, just the few seconds you sprayed it, it's a little fresh because of the pear, but then just right there you can smell the rose, which is more of an old-fashioned rose, and it smells very powdery. It smells like makeup, but like old makeup, not even makeup that you bought today. That's the best I can describe this perfume. So would I recommend it? No, just because I feel like, as a general thing, I think this is a scent that it's very particular. Like, not many people can like this. It's not mass pleasing is what I'm trying to say. So when I recommend a perfume, it's not only because I think it smells amazing, it's also because I feel like there's a chance that a lot of people might love it. With this one, I don't think so. There's gonna be people out there who love this, but I don't think it's gonna be a majority of people. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments if you know this perfume, if you own it, if you love it. Please let me know, because it's always good to hear, other people's opinions. But this is how I feel about this one. If you love that old rose, then maybe you want to give this a try. This is very inexpensive. So this is Dirham Wardi by Alsafaran. Lastly, we have, look at this bottle. I love this bottle. Look at the color of the juice. It's so pretty, and I really love the cap. It reminds me of the Aqua di Gioia and all those perfumes that have like a cap that resembles like a pebble. I think it's gorgeous. I really like the design of it and just the simple bottles. I like when Middle Eastern fragrances do simple. So this one, this is from a line of perfumes. They have several different colors, but this one I just really needed to try, because if you know me, you already know that I love pomegranate. Pomegranate is a note to me that is so wonderful because it's so different. It doesn't smell like any other fruits, and it has a lot of personality. It gives personality to a perfume. But anyways, let's talk about the notes first. On the top, this has bergamot, it has sage, and it has caramel. That's interesting, right? In the middle, it has pomegranate, lily of the valley, and jasmine. And in the base, it has ambergris. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. Musk, white musk, I believe, and patchouli. This one, right arm, let's see. The sprayer is okay, it's nice. It's a little hard to press, but it's not a bad sprayer. This is a heavy bottle, and the cap is not like super heavy, but it's not super light either. I mean, it's better than the other two caps. All right, let's see. Okay, so if you know me, you already know this is the type of perfumes I tend to gravitate to. This is a freshie. But it's a different kind of freshie. It has the pomegranate, but what I love about this, it's very, very woody. It's citrusy, but it's fresh, spicy, and aromatic. So that sage, it's so wonderful. It gives the perfume that aromatic quality to it, and I feel like the sage, along with the pomegranate, they smell so good, so good to me. It's citrusy because it has a lot of bergamot. So when you spray it, it smells amazing. It smells very refreshing, beautiful, like happy, and invigorating, like a beautiful summer pomegranate perfume. But this has caramel on top. So it does have that little layer that it makes it a little denser, that is not so fresh, on top. It has that little caramel there. It doesn't smell a lot of caramel. Don't think it's gonna be like a super sweet or gourmand kind of perfume. No, it's not warm. This is a cool, refreshing. This is a freshie, and it's fresh, spicy, and I love it. And it's very, very woody, but it's feminine. Not super feminine, but it's not unisex. It's more feminine leaning. I love it. A beautiful citrusy pomegranate perfume. Now, funny enough, it's not super strong on the pomegranate because the bergamot, it's right there the whole time. And this is why it's citrusy, as one of the chords. Because to me, pomegranate is not a citrus. It's not a sweet fruit. It's a bit tangy, but it's not a citrus. And that citrusy chord is coming from the bergamot. Now, this perfume has something that I can't explain. And it's so frustrating to me. Because when this first arrived and I sprayed on the paper, I said, oh my God, this is amazing. I sprayed it on my skin and I said, wow, this smells so good. I kept smelling my hand, smells so good. Half hour later, I couldn't smell it. I asked my daughter and I said, can you smell my perfume? And she said, yeah. And she wasn't even close to me. She said, yeah, you smell amazing. Really? And I couldn't. I went out to run errands. And the first place I go in, it was a grocery store. I was paying at the cashier and the lady said, oh my God, you smell so good. What are you wearing? And I said, I told her what perfume it was. And I went to my car and I kept trying to smell. I couldn't smell myself. And I know sometimes you can get nose blind by perfumes, But that usually happens when you smell that perfume a lot, continuously. But I had just sprayed this. This was the first day. And usually when I try a perfume for the first time, I'm able to really smell it. I don't know how to explain it. So it's long lasting in the sense that, people can smell this after I wore it, after I sprayed this a couple of hours. But I couldn't smell it on myself. So I think it doesn't really create a bubble, a scent bubble around you. If I put my nose to my skin, I could smell it. But it's not the type of perfume that when you move, you get a whiff, that maybe you move your hair a little bit or you put on a sweater or whatever it is and you get whiffs. I love that. This didn't do this to me. So I'm still experimenting. This was the last perfume I received. So I want to keep trying and see. Maybe it needs to mature a little more. I don't know. But others could smell it, just not me. And it's very frustrating because this was my favorite from the three. This was my favorite from the bunch. It's a beautiful perfume. I do recommend it for the people that have a similar scent profile than I do. For the people that love fresh perfumes, that they like them to have a little femininity to them, that has a little floral component. People who love pomegranate. People who love citrus, and people who love woody perfumes because it's very woody. But it's not woody in the sense that it leans masculine. No, it's just beautiful. Like I love this perfume. I'm just frustrated that I can't smell it. The number one reason I have perfumes, I wear perfumes, and I have a perfume collection of 30 perfumes, it's for myself. I love to smell them on me. I mean, if other people say I smell amazing, that's wonderful, but that's not the reason I'm wearing them. I love to smell them on me. So if I can't smell it on me, then I get really frustrated. But I have to get back to you guys on this, okay? Because I want to keep trying. Maybe it's my skin chemistry, or maybe it's my nose that for some reason got nose blind to this perfume. This has never happened to me, but this is a beautiful perfume. Beautiful, and I love the color of the juice. Now, this collection, like I said, they have like a green one, they have a blue one, they have a white one, so I might purchase more in the future and try them. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. But for now, I decided to try this one, and all I can say is it smells wonderful. If you're a Freshie lover, you will love it. But I don't know if others are going to experience the same thing that I did, that get nose blind to it. I really don't know, but I have to be honest with you guys. But I love this perfume. So these were the perfumes for today. Oh my god, look at this. This bottle is so pretty, seriously. So pretty. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Please let me know what you think. If you own any of these, just share in the comments if you like it, if you don't like it. I love to talk perfumes with you guys in the comments. Anyways, thank you for being here. And as always, remember to be good, be kind, be happy, and always smell nice. Bye. Take care.